And we're back. DJ's over there making up matches and trying to, fill in his six pack for this week, trying to make up stuff. But anyway, we are doing our weekly six pack, and Justin won the vote. We picked his vote was for extreme matches. Extreme rules, hardcore, basically anything that is kind of extreme or no rules, no holds barred, anything like that. And you think he would actually join us? No, he went to bed. But that's cool. We're still gonna do it. Um, so these are our top six, I guess, extreme matches. It can be from any promotion. We're not just sticking with WWE. We're wherever. But I guess I'll start off. My number six going to TNA. Back in the day, we got Triple X versus AMW, America's Most Wanted, in a Six Sides of Steel match at Turning Point 2004. This was one of my favorite matches back around 2000, the early days of TNA, I guess you could say. Seeing primetime Elix Skipper kind of tightrope the top of the cage into a Hurricane Rana was one of the most amazing things I've seen probably since then. I haven't really. There's been some really cool spots, but that was one of my kind of top, amazing spots I've seen in professional wrestling. At least kind of in the mainstream, I guess you could say. There's been some crazy stuff in indie promotions that I've seen and things like that. But as far as, WWE, TNA, WCW, things like that, this was kind of one of the biggest spots the kind of craziest spots that I had seen in a while. But DJ, your number six.
All right. My number six.
He hasn't thought.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. I have it's here. I haven't ranked them because this is like the. It seems like you're actually ranking yours for once. But my number six, Mick Foley at WrestleMania. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but I remember this match was really good. It felt like Mick Foley finally got his WrestleMania moment. You had the whole flaming table spots in the match. This match was just a really good match. I enjoyed it. It was extreme for the times at least, which this was kind of right before the PG era. So I'm going with Edge versus Mick Foley.
All right. My number five is a tie. Amy was yelling at me because she's like, "You can't do a tie. That's not fair." Amy, this is for you. This is a tie. This is for you. It's a tie between Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon at King of the Ring 2001 and Shane McMahon versus Steve Blackman SummerSlam 2000. Both of them were really good matches. We had Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon, the infamous German suplex or overhead suplex through the King of the Ring glass set. That was one of the coolest spots we've seen in a while in WWE. Just the fact that he had to do it multiple times just to break through the glass was kind of cool. And then you had the Steve Blackman versus Shane McMahon match where obviously Shane took the huge plunge off of the SummerSlam set after Steve Blackman hit him with the kendo stick. Just really two awesome matches. And I couldn't decide one over the other. I really liked both of the matches. And they were so close together that, why not? It's our channel. We can do what we want. We can, if DJ wants to put the WLC match, he can.
I did think about it. And a close fifth, I would put the WLC. But since it's not on my list, I'm gonna go trying to rank these in my head as I'm doing this. I'm gonna go Hardys versus Dudleys versus Edge and Christian. I think I'm gonna go with the WrestleMania 2000 match because I remember Jeff Hardy jumping off of anything high, but Jeff Hardy jumping off of that ridiculously tall ladder. I think this was also the match where Bubba Ray Dudley got the ladder turned over on him and he freaking fell through like 4 tables. It was either him or Devon. I know it was one of the Dudleys, but this match, one of the since Matt Hardy's in it, this is for him. One of the one of the iconic matches of I think the Attitude Era, definitely. And this is a match that I think everyone thinks about. I think that set of matches, this one and the other two that they had, I think definitely matches that people still remember to this day. I definitely do.
Yeah. My number 4 is going to be Kane versus Raven versus Big Show in a triple threat hardcore championship match at WrestleMania 17. This was one of my favorite hardcore matches of all time. A match that I just loved and stuck in my memory for some reason. It was just a really good match. It was kind of funny seeing Raven steal a golf cart with Big Show on the back of it, and then seeing Kane steal the other golf cart with the referee in it, chasing them down. But this was just one of those one of those matches that we miss where they used to go in the backstage area, used to, break stuff in the backstage area. Especially this one, they freaking broke through the wall. They, threw Raven through a glass window. It was just a fun match to watch. But yeah.
All right. All right. I think my next one is gonna be Abyss versus Sabu versus Rhino versus Jeff Hardy in the Monsters Ball match. Obviously, Abyss is in it, so we knew what type of match it was. This was just a really good match from what I remember of it. I think like just the pandemonium of having so many people in a ridiculous match like this was just so crazy. And obviously Jeff Hardy's in the match, so something crazy is gonna happen. And Sabu was in it, and obviously Abyss and Rhino can get crazy with the best of them too. So I mean, I definitely think this one was one of those good, exciting hardcore matches. One I'll probably have to go watch sometime in the near future.
Yeah. My number 3 is sort of a general match, not a specific match, but a more of a match type. They only had a few of these matches in TNA. I was going to go with a Destination X match, but I couldn't decide which one I liked the most. So I went with the Elevation X match that they did a few times. It was just in general was kind of an awesome match type. The loser was the wrestler knocked off of the Elevation X platform. It was an awesome idea, but at the same time, it was kind of limited because there was only like a limited amount of spots that you could do on such a small kind of platform in the shape of an X. It was kind of similar to a scaffolding match that other promotions have had. Again, cool match idea, but there's only a certain amount of things you could do on the platform. So it kind of limited it a little bit. But it's still a really cool match, exciting match, for TNA back in the day when they were, had a lot of new innovative matches. I know we talked about how, back early TNA had a lot of, exciting new match types, and, we don't really see that much anymore. But this was one of the ones that I always kind of got into my imagination, I guess you could say, like, oh, what are they going to do? What's going to happen? Oh my God, he's going to fall. It was just, it got you kind of on the edge of your seat. I guess you could say, but that's my number 3.
All right, my number 3. I'm gonna have, and this one may be farther up if I actually got to watch the match, but this is the match I actually never got to watch, but I hear about it so much, and I've seen the highlights of it. Um, and I want to watch it. I do. Justin, if you're watching, send me the DVD. I know you got it because you got like 8,000 DVDs. But it's Ladder Wars. Kevin Steen and El Generico. I had to put it in here. I haven't even seen the match, and I know it's really good. I've seen highlights of it. They did some ridiculous stuff. There was like a package pile driver on like a pendulum ladder, and I was like, what? I definitely think this probably goes down as. I mean, I know. I guess it's kind of cheating having a ladder match, even though I had another one before. But I don't know. It's hard. I guess Extreme rules things, it's kind of hard to like pinpoint. So I'm going with Ladder Wars. I want to see this match. Someone please find me anything. Like I don't care if you like get it on your phone and then like just like put it up to your camera or something so I can see it. I just want to watch it.
Moving on to my number 2. I don't know if you guys have seen this match or heard about it, but it is Ladder War 4 Final Battle 2012. El Generico versus Kevin Steen.
Wait, what? What was this match you're talking about?
It was Ladder War 4. It had El Generico
sounds familiar.
Versus
heard of him.
Kevin Steen.
Yeah, I heard he's pretty good. Yeah,
it was a pretty good match. You should go check it out. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the highlights. I also have not seen the entire match all the way through. I want to, but just it's kind of one of those legendary matches, I guess, that you have to see at some point. And I'm hoping to see it. I still don't want to necessarily buy the DVDs or the pay-per-view, but I might have to. I might have to bite the bullet and just buy it. But it's just a match that from the highlights. There are certain matches just from the highlights and the clips that you've seen that is just an amazing match. But yeah, that's my number 2 and his number 3.
All right. My number 2. I'm gonna have to go over to Lucha Underground on this one. I'm always bringing out the Lucha Underground matches, I guess. I'm gonna go Pentagon Jr. versus Vampiro. Cero Miedo, I think is how you say it. It's not how you say it. I don't know Spanish, but even though I took like some years. But anyway, this match was too good. I feel like this match was really good. Anytime I'm thinking of putting together a list of top matches, a lot of what goes into it too is the storytelling. And even with a hardcore match, because there's a lot of psychology, a lot of ring psychology, a lot of storytelling in a hardcore Extreme Rules crazy I would never do it match. So I think this one was really good, and even with the storytelling, because no one. I watched this a little bit late, so I knew already, but no one would have ever thought Vampiro was gonna be the guy to be his mentor or whatever. That was the main storyline behind it. It was such a good match, and they used everything ever. There was a point where I thought I was watching a freaking either CZW pay-per-view or I was watching freaking Backyard Wrestling because they brought out the freaking light tubes or whatever, or the light bulbs. Oh, I hate. Oh, God. But yeah, I gotta go with this match for number 2. It was really good.
Yeah, light tubes are one thing that I hate. I can't do it. But Vince, anything else, I'll try at least once. Just so you know, I'll anything else at least one time. I'll try it. But anyway, down to numero uno. I took Spanish too.
Tigre Uno?
No, Tigre Uno was not in this match at all. But the first ever TLC match, SummerSlam. I think it was SummerSlam 2000. Just for the fact that it was the first one, it was something that we hadn't really seen before. Obviously, we had seen tables matches. We had seen ladders matches. We've seen chairs used in matches, but we hadn't seen them all in one match. It was just it was one of those matches that it is an instant classic. You know, you can go.
Oh, you were trying your best not to say I got it. I know you were trying.
I wouldn't say it was iconic, but it was definitely an instant classic, and one of those matches that you've definitely watched multiple times if you've grown up in the Attitude Era or early 2000s wrestling. You've definitely watched it multiple times. It's just a really good match. The three teams, the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian, work so well together. They put on phenomenal matches. All of the TLC matches were good. All the original ones were good. But that first one that has a special place, I feel like, in fans' hearts. So that's why it's my number one.
All right. Number one. Now this match, it didn't come from WWE. Didn't come from TNA. Didn't come from Ring of Honor. It didn't come from Lucha Underground. This one came from CZW. Actually, because I feel like any CZW match ever could probably list out my top 5. But I really didn't know which one to pick. This was the first CZW pay-per-view I've ever watched. It was Cage of Death 17. Just happened recently in December, I think it was, which isn't necessarily that recently anymore. But it's either the Cage of Death match or it's the Scramble match. I remember I was watching it. It took me 5 days to watch this whole pay-per-view, and I was really hesitant going into watching this because I knew I was like, well, if I'm gonna watch a CZW pay-per-view, I might as well watch the craziest one, right? So I was like, okay, I'll do it, and I was hesitant going in, but I liked it a lot. There was a lot of cringeworthy stuff on it, just because I'm just not used to seeing it. But I definitely think it does fit a fan base. I remember when I was watching it. That's why I don't really know which one to pick. I was like, he's got a big wrench or something like that. I was like, he's got a wrench because I was telling Casey, I was like, all right, I'm about to skip through this match. I want to watch a Cage of Death match, and I was like, oh, he's got a wrench. I'm watching it. So I watched that match, and the Scramble match actually was one of the best matches of the night. It was really hardcore. They used pretty much everything. They used barbed wire boards, everything. It was either that or the Cage of Death match. I don't know which one I liked more because the Cage of Death match, I was watching it, but I was every once in a while I look away, so I was paying attention, but I wasn't really as into it as I thought I was gonna be because I think I was cleaning at the time too. But yeah, oh God, if you ever if you have this weird sick I guess you could call it a fetish for hardcore ridiculous I don't even know. I think CZW is rougher than ECW. I know some people would kill me for saying that, but if you ever watched it, I mean ECW never put a needle through someone's cheek. I still can't do that one. I still I've seen them do it. I think I saw them do it in that pay-per-view, and I was like, no. But the Scramble match had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. Had me going, ow, ow, ow. I was everywhere all at once, man. That match it was good. If you haven't watched CZW, definitely watch it. If you're not a hardcore type of a fan, if you're kind of got a weak stomach, I guess. Not all of the matches are for you, but it's not all. It's not as extreme as I thought it was gonna be. I thought everything was gonna be freaking I guess that's the picture that WWE painted of ECW for me when they rebranded it. So I was like, okay, CZW is the same thing, right? But I gotta go with that one. It was a tough one, but I gotta go with one of those two. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Every time I watch CZW, or at least for that one time, I was like, oh my! I'm gonna watch it again because I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I don't know. I legitimately tried to watch it, but the website's horrible. I'm gonna try to watch it again because I actually want to watch it too, just to see. But that Watch Wrestling website is never really good. But anyway, that was our top 6 hardcore extreme matches of all the times,
And in Florida.
and in Florida. And there was, I'm sure, none of these were in Florida, but you know, I'm sure there were hardcore matches in Florida. You know, I'm sure there were, unless they banned them. I don't know, but we will see you on the next one. And until then, you like the video, you subscribe to the channel, you share the video, you follow the Twitter, or we're gonna beat you with light tubes and DJ's gonna stick needles through your cheek. That's what's gonna happen. But yeah, we're gonna have TNA out probably tomorrow, maybe even, I don't know. Probably not tonight because it is pretty late. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But we'll have that out, and then we'll have NXT out. We will be back. We will be back on the dippity that is flippity. And special guest on the next episode is going to be Michael Tarver. I'm working it out. I'm working out the kinks, working it out. You know, because and it's going to be, and this is for Amy. It's going to be in Puerto Rico, the shining star of the Caribbean. We're going to be on location in Puerto Rico, the shining star. But we will see you at that time in that place, and not now, but then. And when? You know when, because I just said when. It's then. And bye.